Hi, my name is Nigel Wrangham. I'm an instructor at the University of Oregon in the Substance Abuse Prevention Program. Also an instructor at Portland Community College in their Alcohol and Drug Counselor program, a trainer and curriculum developer with Community Anti-Drug Coalitions of America, and I develop and conduct seminars around the country for adults and youth in collaborating to create healthy communities. And we're going to talk a little bit about positive social norms. Positive social norms, the entire concept really says that people respond to good news, and we often don't have enough of it in front of us. We don't look for it. Positive social norms is a way to attract people to the path of either recovery, advocacy, creating healthier communities by showing that very often the majority of people are already engaged in healthy behaviors. The majority of youth are making healthy decisions. This doesn't negate the fact that there are problems that we need to address, but it helps people realize that to be part of the norm, part of the majority, the healthy decisions are the way to go. Positive social norms are really catching on around the country. It's a strength-based approach rather than a deficit-based approach, or it's about protective factors in a sense rather than only risk factors. Positive social norms, the concept, it's been used, for example, on college campuses a great deal to educate students about the misperceptions that many of them have coming in. Many students believe, for example, that everybody drinks on campus. Surveys show otherwise. You can take that same process into the community at large, into the recovery community, or into the treatment community, and show that the majority of people are making good decisions that others might not know about. The three components of positive social norms really translate into three components of any successful movement, any successful public health or movement about justice or anything. And they are spirit, action, and science. And spirit says that in order to be successful, any movement has got to appeal to emotions. It's got to come from an authentic place in the heart to really catch fire. Otherwise, people get bored. Science says that there's got to be solid, documented data to support any action that we do. You miss that, and you're simply operating without a guideline. And the third, action, says people need to know something they can do. We're very used to, in this culture, getting a lot of information about the problems. Very good information, very correct information, but unless there's an action step that one can take, the result is often mounting frustration and anger without actually being able to move forward. So those three components, spirit, science, and action, they're like the three legs of a stool. If anyone is missing, you're not likely to be successful. Everyone from prevention practitioners to treatment providers to any professionals really in the whole realm of public health have some degree of misperception about some of the problems we're working with. It's really not their fault. It's just we tend to respond to and we tend to be given the bad news, the dramatic news. If it bleeds, it leads in the media, for example. So correcting those perceptions is what positive social norms are all about. There's a gap between reality and perceived reality. Closing that gap is where the real magic happens. Every aspect of an individual's identity, from their cultural background to their family, to their socioeconomic status, to their exposure to media and what kind of media, all plays a role in the worldview that that person has. My worldview is shaped by what I take in, as is everybody's. So the media is a really key component. It likes to broadcast stories, events, concepts that grab attention. Our job as positive social norms promoters is to get the message across that the good news, the positive, can be just as exciting, just as dramatic as the so-called bad news. That's another gap that we can close. It doesn't have to bleed to lead. It can simply be a positive to lead. And my name is Nigel Wrangham. I'm an instructor at the University of Oregon Substance Abuse Prevention Program. If you'd like to learn more about what we've been talking about, just follow the link below on your screen. Thanks.